IT and related technologies have increasingly become a game changer in the field of agriculture. Let's see how. We are all aware of how farming works, right? Basically, farmers would pick the kind of crop they want to grow, then get the seeds they need for it, and then they till their fields, and then plant the seeds. Then over a period of time, the crop grows with the right kind of weather, irrigation, and depending on the quality of the soil. And finally, the crop is then sown once it is ready, and then it is processed for consumption, whether it is for the farmer and his family or for sale to another customers. Over the years, many of the tools and practices used in this process have changed. Like instead of bullocks pulling the plow, it can now be done with tractors and tillers. Instead of depending on the rains for irrigation, there are now irrigation canals and pipelines that are built to deliver water to the fields. Many other innovations are used, including better fertilizers, better seeds, and insecticides to keep the crop free from pest damage and so on. And yet, there is room for more. Enter IT. Now you may ask, what role can information technology play in farming? Well, there are many ways in which IT and related technologies can be used to make the farming process even better, easier, and more cost-effective. Let's take a journey to see how IT plays a role. Let's say a farmer has a medium-sized piece of land. Now he wants to grow crops here, but he wants to sow more than one type of crop. He wants to grow rice, which will be used both at home and for sales to customers. Alongside that, he also wants to grow vegetables for his own family. Now the question is this soil fertile enough for both types of crops? Well, with IT-enabled field sensors, which are small instruments that can be put into the ground, the farmer can find out about factors like soil type, soil fertility, water content, and so on. This way, with electronically generated information, the farmer can know where to plant what, whether additional irrigation is needed, or if insecticides are required to protect the crop, and so on. And that too on a real-time basis, which the farmer can track, so that the final result is a good, healthy harvest. This process of using IT to figure out the best cropping practices is called precision farming. Now, most crops usually take several months to grow, which means that the changing weather might have a negative impact on it. So it is very essential that the farmer knows about the kind of weather conditions there may be, so that he can protect his crop. This is where IT comes in again, with environmental monitoring systems. Again, weather data is collected through field sensors, and then it is analyzed to let the farmer know if the weather conditions are not right for a certain type of crop, so that he can take the right measures to ensure that he selects the right kind of crops and finds way to protect it. Now we know that such IT-enabled field sensors and technologies can track information that is relevant to the farmer, but that's not all. There is another technology called predictive analytics. Basically, all the data that is collected from sensors is stored away. This means that when analyzed properly, this data can give indications about how changing weather, soil fertility, and other factors can impact future crops as well. And this gives the farmer the ability to know how and when to refertilize the soil, whether he needs to increase irrigation in the future, or if any other things need to be done to ensure that the crop yields can be maintained or even grown further in the future. So this is another way in which IT helps. Now, maintaining a field is a tough task. For example, what if there is an insect attack? Oh, that is something that risks the entire crop, and usually the farmer has to constantly monitor the crop to make sure that this does not happen. Which means that the farmer has to spend a lot of time in the field. Well, with the use of drones, the farmer can monitor the crop sitting at home. or in fact from anywhere he is. With automated drone technology, all the farmer needs to do is check in on the crop periodically via the drones, and in case of any problems, an instant solution can be found. Additionally, we have the Internet of Things, or IoT, which is the technology we see with smart assistant systems like Amazon Alexa and Google Home. So if the field irrigation and sprinkler network is linked to an IoT system, the farmer can simply use an app on his phone to irrigate his crops as necessary. With the adoption of IT-enabled technologies and their use with different farming practices and other physical equipment like advanced tillers, harvesters and so on, the process of farming at any scale can be made more simple and convenient both now and in the future.